Hi everyone, I hope you had a good first day of school. For our remote assignment for today, we're going to do a logic puzzle. Geometry is all about using facts to help you form conclusions. So before we get into the geometry part of it, we're going to just practice reading things carefully and drawing conclusions from evidence. So today's assignment, after you watch the video, I've attached a worksheet to help you solve the puzzle, and then there's a Google form I want you to fill out that'll help you get credit and show that you were able to solve it. Remember, if you have questions about this, we're going to go over it the next day in class, and everybody's going to do fine. But let's get started. So this puzzle is called The Spy in the Rust-Colored Coat. So 4 spies sat in 4 facing seats as they traveled on the Peking Express. So we have 4 spies on a train. With 2 by the window and 2 by the aisle, the arrangement was strange, as you guessed. So I want you to think about this. There's 4 spies sitting on a train, and they're facing each other. There's 2 sitting by the window and 2 by the aisle. So I want you to think of it as like a Harry Potter train, not necessarily like a train you would take to New York City. So they're sitting in a compartment facing each other, 2 by the window, 2 by the aisle. The English spy sat on Mr. B's left. Mr. A had a coat colored tan. The spy dressed in olive was on the German spy's right. Mr. C was the only cigar-smoking man. Okay, so on this page, we're getting an idea of the nationalities of the spies. Looks like we have an English and a German spy. We're getting an idea of the names. One is Mr. B, one is Mr. C. You might be able to guess what the other names are. And also, we're finding out some colors. One is tan, one is olive. Mr. D was across from the American spy. Some more information there. The Russian in black had a scarf around his throat. The English spy stared out the window on his left. And here is our final puzzle. So who was the spy in the rust-colored coat? All right, so we have a lot of information to work with there, and we're definitely going to need to read that all again. So when you go to Google Classroom, underneath this video that you clicked on, I'm attaching this Google Doc, and the Google Doc has the poem attached. You're welcome to print it out, or you could use Kami or whatever you'd like to do to help you solve. So 4 spies and 4 facing seats. A couple of things I want to point out. When it says Mr. C is the only cigar-smoking man, I've had students in the past ask me, does that mean that he's sitting by the window? It doesn't mean that. It's just to help you, to help it rhyme. Same thing with the scarf around the throat. It's just, again, to help you rhyme. All right, so underneath, this is what you need to figure out. So if I have the window at the top and the aisle at the bottom, I want you to figure out what the 4 nationalities are. We could find that out by reading the poem, what the colored coats are, what the names are. But the order is important, so we have to use our clues to help us figure this out. My advice to you is read it really, really carefully, really slowly, and start with something that you know for sure. I'll get you started. The English spy stared out the window on his left. Well, if the window is here and seat 1 and seat 3 are facing each other, I know that the English spy has to be sitting in seat 1 because the window must be on his left. And that'll help me fill in the rest and make some more conclusions. All right, everyone. So do the best that you can. I'm sure you're going to do great. And I will see you the next day in class. Have a great rest of your day.